So Fox is not handling the news well of their own polls that show Vice President Kamala Harris ahead in Arizona, in Nevada, and in Georgia. She's also leading in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Also, you have the new Bloomberg poll out that has Vice President Kamala Harris up in essentially every state. They have her tied in Arizona, but all the other major states, she's up and up by not insignificant margins as well, if you take a look. So Fox has to go in full propaganda overdrive. So they bring on MAGA Republican Congress member Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan says that Google is rigging this thing. Their searches can't be trusted, and that's why this is all happening. Here, play this clip.
There's even some concerns have been raised about the new movie out about President Reagan and people searching that and trying to get information and promotions on that, and how that may have been throttled back. I've heard those concerns as well. I don't know if they're accurate, but there's those that they've been raised also. So yeah.
Then Fox has MAGA Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace on, and Nancy Mace says that as a woman, she believes that Donald Trump is the best positioned to protect women from sexual assault and from other horrific things. Here, play this clip.
You know what that means, but I'm voting for Donald Trump because I am a woman, and nothing says, I'm a woman, hear me roar, like having your first national interview sit down with a man by your side. This is an interview for the leader of the free world. And so, as a woman, I want to vote for someone who's going to protect women like me who are survivors of rape. I want to vote for someone who's going to protect children who are victims of incest.
Well, Donald Trump's someone who's been found liable for sexual assault by a jury. Donald Trump is on audio bragging about sexually assaulting women. He says when your famous women let you do it. Then Donald Trump was deposed and asked about that, and he said, fortunately or unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Donald Trump is also on audio saying that when he owns his beauty pageants, he does it so he can inspect the women naked, and he says that they let you do it when you're the owner of the beauty pageant. You just say you are inspecting them. Donald Trump said that Jeffrey Epstein is a great guy who likes women on the younger side. Donald Trump's all over the Epstein list. He's all over the depositions. Donald Trump's on Epstein's phone log. Donald Trump wished Ghislaine Maxwell well. Donald Trump owned, of course, owns Mar-a-Lago, where women were found who were eventually trafficked by Epstein, like Virginia Giuffre. I could go on and on about Donald Trump's putrid and disgusting and horrific history, but that's the Fox propaganda right there. I mean, it's so dystopian. Then Fox has Caroline Levitt on. Caroline Levitt is Donald Trump's chief spokesperson or communications or press secretary, and she says that Vice President Kamala Harris doesn't even know how the economy works. Here, play it.
When it comes to our economy, Kamala Harris doesn't even know how it works. She never has. She wants the government to take over the economy. She's against capitalism. She's a socialist.
Well, she doesn't know the way the economy works. What's interesting is that if you take a look at this graph right here, the stock market, which Donald Trump always likes to talk about as his main indicator of the economy, even though that shouldn't be the main indicator of the economy, it's up about 50 to 55% since Donald Trump stopped disgracing the office. Donald Trump was the only president, and I hate to even say that word, other than Herbert Hoover. Donald Trump is pervert Hoover to actually lose jobs, whereas President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris created 16 million jobs. Why don't we just even look at Donald Trump's business that has his name attached to it right now? Trump Media, right? I know that all these MAGA Republicans like Jason Miller and Caroline Levitt, they go on Fox and they say, the reason the stock market is booming right now is because of Donald Trump. He's the reason that it's booming. Well, then why is Trump Media crashing right now? Like all of Donald Trump's other businesses that crashed, like Trump's casinos that went bankrupt over and over again, like Trump Vodka, like Trump University, like Trump Mortgage, like Trump Steaks, like all of those Trump crap things that went bankrupt and went out of business over the years. Let me just show you here. This is Jason Miller saying that on Fox. Let me show this to you. Or Jason Miller saying that that's why he thinks the stock market's doing well. Let's play this clip.
Well, on that point, and you have every right to say that she was part of this administration whose record you criticize, and obviously some of it is unpopular. Don't they also get credit for things that are positive? For example, the record-breaking stock market, the Dow breaking 41,000 on Friday.
Well, that's simply because businesses think that President Trump is going to come back in, and so they're energized. A big part of that RFK and Jr. endorsement that we had on Friday, which is huge. When you look at the numbers state by state, Some of the states could be upwards of 13,000 to 20,000 votes. Other states, the RFK Jr. endorsement could boost by as much as 40 or even 50,000 votes. When you think about how close the margins are in this campaign, that endorsement alone could put President Trump over the top.
We'll come back to.
Okay, so that's Jason Miller saying that. Now, let me show you just right here. Again, the United States stock market, Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ. Now, here's Donald Trump's stock right here, trading under $20 a share. It's down about 60% over the past 6 months, but I digress. Here's Caroline Leavitt with Jesse Waters, and Jesse Waters just shows you that it's all propaganda. He goes, "We may go to Trump's town hall in Wisconsin if we think it's necessary." Notice those words, if we think it's necessary, meaning, is it so unhinged? Is he so, just all over the place that we can't even show a small portion of it before cutting away? Here's what Jesse Waters says. Play the clip.
This disastrous interview today.
You mentioned the Trump town hall that's going on any minute now, and Primetime is going to dip into that momentarily if we think it's necessary.
Well, because Jesse Waters and Fox said, we'll see if it's necessary. Can I just show you a portion of what went down here? Here's Donald Trump talking about bacon or something. Here, play this clip.
You take a look at bacon and some of these products, and some people don't eat bacon anymore. And we are going to get the energy prices down. When we get energy down, this was caused by their horrible energy wind. They want wind all over the place. But when it doesn't blow, we have a little problem.
All right, Caroline Leavitt. Take what Donald Trump just said, compare that to Vice President Kamala Harris's interview with Dana Bash. Let me show you this clip. Let's play it.
Donald Trump said he was going to do a number of things, including allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices. Never happened. We did it. So now.
Then you have MAGA Mike Johnson just spewing a bunch of nonsense, making some teleprompter joke. Here, play this clip.
Run a campaign in a basement like her mentor Joe Biden did. And I don't think it's going to work. I think that people see right through this.
Yeah, except the teleprompter is now the basement, it seems.
Mike Johnson, didn't this happen to you at the RNC? Are you the one really making this joke? Here, play this clip.
It is now my honor to introduce the Attorney General. And there goes the teleprompter.
Every single aspect with these people, it is projection and confession. I could go on with MAGA Mike. And then MAGA Mike here says that Vice President Kamala Harris is hiding in the basement, as you literally see her on the screen on Fox, giving an incredible speech in Savannah, Georgia to a packed crowd and giving an interview with Dana Bash on CNN. Play this clip.
So our job is to make sure that the people know it. And the American media needs to do its job and ask tough questions. But of course, she's not submitting for any of those, Kaylee. She's hiding. She's trying to run a campaign in a basement like her mentor Joe Biden did. And I don't think it's going to work. I think that people see right through this.
Oh, you want to see her, MAGA Mike? Because this is her in front of a packed crowd. This is where she was. If you don't just live in your own kind of echo chamber and you actually just look at the news, here's where Vice President Kamala Harris was. Play this clip.
So, Savannah, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, God bless you and God bless the United States of America.
And here, Kayleigh McEnany is upset that Vice President Kamala Harris said that she would want potentially bringing a Republican into her cabinet. Play this clip.
So she says she wants Republicans in her cabinet. She loves diversity of views. Has Kamala brought you into the West Wing and asked about your conservative viewpoint or any of your colleagues?
No, of course not. She's on.
And here's Vice President Kamala Harris saying that she would be open to a Republican in her cabinet in her interview with Dana Bash. Play this clip.
You had a lot of Republican speakers at the convention. Will you appoint a Republican to your cabinet?
Yes, I would.
Anyone
Yes,
in mind?
I would. No one in particular in mind. We got 68 days to go with this election, so I'm not putting the cart before the horse. But I would. I think it's really important. I have spent my career inviting diversity of opinion. I think it's important to have people at the table when some of the most important decisions are being made that have different views, different experiences. And I think it would be to the benefit of the American public to have a member of my cabinet who was a Republican.
Here, Jessica Tarlov reminds Jesse Waters that J.D. Vance was being booed by firefighters at the firefighters union conference in Boston. Play this clip.
I will say that, watching a little bit of Trump today, listening to his allies, J.D. Vance was out there being booed by a bunch of firefighters earlier this afternoon.
Round of applause.
/ half the audience hated him.
No, it was in Boston.
But anyway, the attacks.
It was in Boston. That's a deep Democrat city, and he got overwhelmingly a round of applause.
J.D. Vance, I think his approval is like -17. Anyway.
No, J.D. No, Jesse Waters. J.D. was being booed. Here, we can hear J.D. being booed right here. Play the clip.
Now, President Trump and I are proud to be the most pro-worker Republican ticket in history. And I want to talk about why we're fighting for working people, why we're going to fight for unions and non-union alike.
And by the way, here are the union workers wearing the shirts saying that Donald Trump is a scab. You can see that right there. Here's Maria Bartiromo, though, saying that they tried to take Donald Trump down. They tried to remove him. They tried to kill him. Again, who's the they that? Play this clip.
Anna Lodesher, jump in here. They tried to imprison him. They tried to take him down. They tried to even kill him. They tried to bankrupt him. And they're still trying.
And they tried to take him off the ballot. I mean, that's literally disenfranchising half the voters that wanted him. And
yeah, who's the they that tried to kill him? The 20-year-old MAGA Republican, kid or man who took the AR-15 and took the shot, that Donald Trump is now spreading all of these conspiracies that the FBI is involved in it. And Donald Trump said it hit his lobe and doesn't even know what the lobe is, but his ear is fine. And where Republicans didn't even show up, a number of them, to the bipartisan committee that actually went to Butler, Pennsylvania, while they spread conspiracies that the FBI is involved, while Donald Trump is out there selling assassination edition sneakers, like 8 or 9 different types of assassination edition sneakers to profit off of this. I mean, how ghoulish can you get right there? Just show you one more clip right here of, you know what I should mention about Trump before showing you this clip? Here's Donald Trump puts out a press release attacking Fox for the Fox polls. He said that the Fox polls are fake and the Fox polls are rigged. And here's Donald Trump from his speech saying that the polls are rigged. Here, play this clip.
Yeah, see me going up in the polls, and we're leading in the polls, and I think we're leading by a lot. The polls are rigged too. The polls are rigged too. They say Donald Trump is tied. We were up massively by Biden. How would you like to be me? I spent $100 million on beating Biden. We had a debate, and everybody said, this guy's shot. They never give me credit. They say he was shot. Maybe I did a good job. Somebody said that was the greatest debate performance I've ever said. And then you know what? That I've ever seen. Said it was a CNN person. Said, this is the single greatest debate performance I've ever seen. 2 days later, they forgot about that. They said he was terrible, but that's all right. Whatever it takes. But, I spent $100 million on fighting him. We weren't fighting anyone else. We weren't fighting a vice president. We didn't even know who the hell she was.
And anyway, there you have it. Hit subscribe. I want to get to 4 million subscribers. Fox, it's on a whole nother level right now. Thanks for watching.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram @MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.